Oh, so, how did it go with Monica? What's this fuck-ass guitar play? Look, one thing that I gotta commend about the exit music mod is they had fucking bangers playing through this. This is some copyright-free shit, which, look, I mean, it is what it is. So, how did it go with Monica? We'll meet at Shiaharzo Yokosada at 4:30 p.m. So the plan was a success. Did the book signing bullshit work? Totally. Yuri smiled proudly, and it was the first time in years that she felt useful to others. Well, there's still 2.25 hours left, so we can rest for a while. I agree. I'm going to my room. I have to... I read that as I have to paint my walls, and I was like, wait, what? I have to paint my nails. I'm leaving too. I'll be listening to music. Good. I'm staying here. I want to get some sleep. Hardly slept the last few days. I clearly saw Sayori clench her fists and frown angrily as she left the room. She has not been sleeping good either. It was pretty obvious why she was doing it. She had witnessed some very uncomfortable moments and must still be a little angry with us. Oh, yeah. Sucks to suck, I guess. Is it gonna be scary again? Oh, shit. As I tried to relax on my bed, Natsuki laid down next to me and rested her head on the side of my chest. When I was almost asleep, oh my god, she climbed on top of me and kissed me. We're almost... Nah, I forgot that they had this type of... this type of convo. This is so stupid. It's not stupid, it's just funny. We're almost there, honey. But why do we unveil ourselves to them? They're talking like they're aliens. Knowing they are not as useful to us as, for example, the police. Because they are trustworthy, and we know they will keep the secret. Besides, they also trust us, because they loved us, and they also want to believe that all of this is real. But until we catch our killer, we can't fully prove it. Yes. By the way, if our killer is my father, and Dan told us that we should kill him, it means he's still alive. I know. And he'll pay dearly for what he did to us. Natsuki shed a tear on the pillow and kissed me again on the mouth. Damn. Damn. Our tongues moved to the sound of our excitement, and after a few seconds, we separated slightly to catch our breath and continue. A few seconds later, she began to moan slightly. She was looking at... Oh my god! We do not need the fucking details of this. You know what? I'm not reading the rest of that. Y'all, I think y'all understand what's about to happen. Natsuki had clung to my right arm, and it didn't look like she was going to let go. Her feet followed a strange rhythm, since her back was twisted from leaning on my side as she walked. Yuri glued her gaze to her phone as she took gentle puffs on her cigarette. Sayori looked up at the sky as she walked, thinking about God knows what. Her crystallized pupils trembled as the sight of the sky barely perceptible. I thought that said perceivable. Perceptible due to the bright evening sunshine. We arrived at the cafeteria where Yuri had arranged to meet Monica. We decided to go in and have a drink since no one would recognize us in our costumes except for Monica. Sayori decided to stay outside so she could stop at a street food stall. Suddenly a woman entered the place. She was beautiful and dazzling. Good morning, Yuri! Good morning, Monica. How was your day? Damn! What the... Does that say something on her... Wait, what does that say on her dress? Why the fuck is her dress like that? Does that say angels on it? What the fuck is that? Good morning, Monica. How was your day? When she looked in our direction, silence abruptly fell. Oh, shit. After a few moments, she spoke. No, you two with Natsuki and Skibbity Toy last little joke? They're dead. Stop trying to make me believe it. But it's not a joke, Monica. She stood up in anger and banged on the table. Jesus. Oh, let me do that. It can't be real, Yuri! There we go. It's sound effects. It's physically impossible for two people who died 5 years ago to be resurrected overnight. If you would at least tell me that their bodies were never found. But they were dead. I saw Natsuki's corpse in her coffin. I saw them close the lid on her coffin and bury it. I saw Skibbity Toilet die. I saw him fall into the river from a height of 70 meters. That's probably like 100 yards or something, a football field. They found his body a week later on the shore of a river beach. She uttered that sentence, her eyes flooded with tears. To see her crying in despair because Yuri told her it was not a joke was indescribably painful. I saw on Yuri's face the desire to hold back crying. Monica rested her head on her arms on the table, and after a few seconds she looked up at Yuri and managed to speak between sobs. Tell me once and for all that all of this is a joke, please. I can't take it anymore. I will gladly tell you it is, but they're real. With her index finger, Yuri invited us to sit down around their table. Natsuki and I got up from ours and sat at hers. Monica, I know it's hard for you, but we can explain everything that happened. Tell me, but I won't believe it. Well, you're not wrong when you say that we were dead, because we were. Heaven and hell exists, but we didn't go to either. Where we did go was to a place called Limbo, and then we were met separately by an entity named Dan. He explained that he was giving us a second chance to live on Earth. Don't look at me with that face, please, I mean it. Oh, Sayori walked in. Hours passed. Words followed one after another. Monica finally accepted our story and believed us. We were still at Shizaro, and we're out of drinks. I'm going to order another beer. Monica, I might be right there with you. Monica being the most relatable person. Wait, I'll come with you. I want one too. We went to the counter to order. Once there, we were greeted by a man as tall as a castle. His short hair stood out for being so blonde. His face conveyed impassivity and aggressiveness at the same time. He brought us our beers. We took them to the table and continued chatting. We are back. I almost read that as we are so back. We are so fucking back. So where are you living now? Well, we're sleeping in a hotel now. We don't have a house here. The four of us. Although, Yuri, you don't have a house here? I already told you I don't. Production pays for the hotel, and if I change, they won't complain. Lucky you. I do have an apartment, but I can only accompany you to the hotel. I have no problem. It's already late, and if we have to catch your alleged murderer, we'll have to meet tomorrow and plan it. Well, catch is a euphemism. We have to kill him. Hey, you didn't tell me that. And you don't need to be a lawyer to know that it's murder and that you'll go to jail for it. We know that, but we don't have a choice. It's the soul of a wicked man for the souls of two innocents. And you don't need to be a lawyer to know that it's justice and karma. Oh, Monica thought for a while. All right, I'll help you. I'm not exactly an angel to talk about the law right now either. But if we want to do it, we do it right. We need seamless planning. And I know just the person for this. Well, who can help us then? Follow me. Monica got up from the table with that explanation. She walked out the door saying goodbye to the waiter. We followed her. Natsuki looked back, and I think I know why. We had left without paying, and the waiter didn't say anything to us. Oh, maybe it goes on Yuri's tab. Maybe Yuri is just like, she's like that. Monica walked lightly, and we accompanied her, but we were surprised when she stopped in front of a cafe's garage. She tapped twice on the door plate with the back of her hand, and a few seconds later, a bald, stocky man opened the garage door for us. As we entered, he separated his glasses in two parts and hung them around his neck. Oh, we're about to enter her fucking drug den or something. What is happening? He stared at us suspiciously. Suddenly, he spoke. Who are they? Don't worry. They come with me. They are trustworthy. This seemed to calm the man down, but he still looked at us suspiciously. What the fuck is happening? Are we about to... Oh. We saw a small warehouse, boxes of coffee, beans, pallets of soft drinks, boxes of sugar, bags of herbal teas. Since nobody else would be there, we took off our disguises for comfort. We went through a door and found another storeroom, which led to the basement stairs, which led to another storeroom. No, we're going into the back rooms now. But this one was not so mundane. All of the wooden boxes were locked. We couldn't see the contents, but no explanation was needed for me. They were clearly gun crates, or if they weren't, they looked like... Monica's shooting people up. Is she like a secret spy or something? What the fuck is this? Before I could formulate a word, Monica spoke. One of my closest contacts belonged to the Yakuza, so they do me favors. What? What? Monica's in that gang mentality. Natsuki had turned away from her out of fear. Yuri and I were sweating. The only one who didn't seem surprised was Sayori. She remained motionless and stared intently at Monica. What is the Yakuza? That's a really funny face. For God's sake, Sayori, do you live on this planet? What are you talking about? It's the Mafia, Sayori. Sayori's face changed from indifference to fear. But how are you here knowing you're a lawyer? A proper lawyer needs sources of information everywhere. I needed contacts in the law, in the police, and in the Yakuza. That's wild. And how did you get here? When I was living in the slums a year ago, I had to act as a lawyer on a case. My client was a member, and we won the trial. He offered me to accompany him, and he took me to one of the safe houses. They explained that we could help each other. I accepted, not really knowing what to expect. And thanks to the mutual help we gave each other, they, with confidential information for lawsuits... What? Wait. And thanks to the mutual help that we gave each other, they, with confidential information for lawsuits, and me to them in the cases they had to report, we ended up being partners. When I was hired at Makima, they accompanied me and showed me that the safe house was here in this cafe, and whenever they needed, or whenever... Whoa. And whenever they need or I need help, we get in touch. That's it. I don't commit illegalities. I just help and they help me. We were stunned by Monica's explanation. Okay, but that's like saying that you're helping a terrorist with just, like, being fuck buddies or, like, maybe pen pals with him or something. Like, I don't know how I feel about this, Monica. How life turns... Start creating a literature... I didn't even say that right. How life turns. You start creating a literature club and end up with the fucking Mafia. But, Monica, how is the Mafia supposed to help us? You need to find your alleged killer, don't you? The Yakuza can find anyone in the whole country. Well, but I don't think it's necessary to go to this extreme either. It shouldn't be too hard to find him. With their help, it will take less time. At least... Do you know his name? I looked at Natsuki with conviction. She looked back at me, sighed, and spoke. His name is Natsuki Kento, and he's my father. I knew it. I wasn't sure if my deduction was true, but it was. Once, accompanying Skibbity Toilet home, I saw him nervous as he passed by your door, and I didn't know what was wrong with him. Then you ran away from home, but... When you left, Skibbity Toilet never told us what happened. Holy shit, wait, that happened in Exit Music, I think. When I had accompanied her back to the house, that's like part 5 or something of the Exit Music mod. He didn't talk for weeks. He wouldn't leave the house. The last time the 4 of us was together was after your funeral. Skibbity Toilet didn't... Before she could finish her sentence, I interrupted her. No, Monica. If someone has to tell her that it's me. Natsuki looked scared, and I looked into her eyes. Her pupils were shining, and for a few moments I couldn't speak. Finally, I could. Natsuki, I didn't attend your funeral. A painful silence ensued. Tears began to flow down her cheeks. I didn't expect her to react like this at all. I went from incomprehension to the greatest guilt of my life, and the feeling was terrible. Suddenly, Natsuki pushed me and ran out of the place? What the fuck? I tried to follow her, but before I could run, Yuri grabbed my shoulder. I looked at her and just shook her head. Don't do it. Let her cry. She needs to get it off her chest. Shit. I mean, I'd be kind of pissed too, I guess, but like, it's not like, you know... She was gonna know if we just stayed dead, right? Like, she wouldn't have ever known. And is it really that big of a deal? It's like, at a funeral, the dead person doesn't know that you're there or not. Like, If I don't go to a funeral, they're not gonna know they're dead. That crying reminded me of the first time we slept together after returning from the afterlife. I completely forgot that she was suffering from all this too. The smell of the rain took me back to 5 years ago. To the day I bought her jacket and scarf she loved so much. Holy shit, wait, that was an exit music. To the day of the snowball fight. It was a memory as pleasant as it was painful, knowing that it's quite possible we could never be as happy as we once were. Without warning, I felt a hand on my back. It seemed that the hotel rooftop was no longer my secret boner. Oh my god, wait! I'm sorry. I genuinely read that wrong. The hotel rooftop was no longer my secret corner. Take it easy, she'll get over it. It hurts me to think that I have hurt Natsuki more than I have spared her. Don't say that, because you know that it's a lie. I've never seen Natsuki as happy as the time you spent together. We're good by nature, especially with the ones that we love, and if someone hurts the ones we love, we're capable of shaking heaven and earth to avenge that pain. So, without realizing it, we're causing more damage than we repair. Does that make us bad people? No. We are human, and humans will always be imperfect machines. Don't blame yourself for her pain. You didn't cause it, and you can't I mean, I did kinda cause it. I didn't go to the funeral. Natsuki has to defeat her inner demons to overcome life's bumps, so you can only support her. Trust me, I have experienced it firsthand. Thank you very much, Sayori. Why, Skibbity Toilet? What's wrong? What's wrong? Why do I feel bad? I should be happy. Wherever you are, I am. But now I can't help but feel sad. I've been deluding myself for so many years thinking I could be with you. Aw, shit. But no matter what I do, I can't get close to you. Someone always gets in the way and leaves me at the verge of achieving it, or you simply die. A subtle tear welled up in Sayori's eyes. She wiped it away with her forearm, and I replied, You once said you didn't really care that I didn't love you, as long as I would always be with you. But we both know that only one of those two sentences is true. I will always be here for you in good... she's shaking. In good times and bad. And just think, when things don't go well... Well, I digress. I'm with you now, and you know that even if I'm not, I'm happy. So you can live or die in peace, but for now, live. Live, Sayori. Without a warning, she gave me a kiss on the cheek. She ran off to her room, shedding tears as she went. I didn't know if she really understood what I said, so I didn't know how to react. Now Sayori and Natsuki are crying in their room, and I can only comfort one at a time. I don't think I can comfort either of them, though. Oh my god, I thought it was about to give me a decision. Oh my god, I thought I was about to... Oh shit, I might still have to choose. Oh, I didn't have to choose. Wait a minute, hold it. Oh, I thought I was gonna have to make a decision. Wait a minute. Decisions? Oh, decisions have still been off this whole fucking time? Nah, wait. Well, I mean, I would have comforted Natsuki first, but holy shit, I've had that off the whole time. I thought I had clicked that on in part 1. I may have edited that out, granted, but shit, dude, I thought I had that turned on. No.